Hello students, right now you may be thinking what is on the screen. This is not making any sense. And if you are thinking that way, yes, you are right. Because I tried to frame a sentence but it is not exactly a sentence. And most of you must have already come to know how to correct this sentence. There are only 4 words. Now we will try and correct this sentence. My name is Savio. And any sentence ends with what? A full stop. Full stop means this dot over here. Before we move on to the exercises, it is very important to know the types of sentences. A sentence is a group of words arranged in such a way that it makes complete sense. As I showed you earlier, there were just 4 words. And you know what words are. Any group of letters. You should also know what is letter. A, B, C, D, all these are known as letters. When we arrange letters, it becomes a word. And when we arrange words, it becomes a sentence. I'll repeat it once again. A group of letters, that means A, B, C, D. If you arrange the letters, they will form a word. And when you arrange words, they will form a sentence. So let us read this once again. A sentence is a group of words arranged. Arranged means it is kept in a particular order in such a way, इस तरीके से, that it makes complete sense. The sentence that I showed you earlier did not make complete sense. Why? Because it was not arranged properly. We'll move on to the next one. A sentence must have a verb. Very important to know. A sentence must have a verb. Students, just for your information and just for an example, I will give you a sentence. Just read this. You may be thinking, where are words? But this also can be considered as a sentence. Why? Because it has a verb. Run is a verb. If you put another letter over here, I run, it becomes a complete sentence because we have the subject and also the verb. Next one, a declarative sentence makes a statement. Please don't get confused. This is very easy to understand. First of all, the word declare, D-E-C-L-A-R-E. You must have heard this word in school notices, in school announcements, that they declare something. That means they say something. So, a declarative sentence makes a statement. It is almost the same. When you say something, it also means that you are stating something. Next one, an interrogative sentence is used to ask a question. Interrogative means a question. Next one, an exclamatory sentence shows a strong feeling. This word exclaim, E-X-C-L-A-I-M. Exclaim means to show a strong feeling. Students, please don't get confused when we move on to the exercises. You will get to know what each of these mean. Read the sentences below, tick the correct ones. Correct the untrue one. Students, this word may be something new for you. Untrue. It can also mean false, and it can also mean something that is not true. What you have to do is you have to correct the sentences that are untrue using just one word, that is not. First one, our school remains open on Sundays. As I told you, this sentence may be true also, because there are many types of schools that also remain open on Sundays. But for us, it is not true. That's why we will put a cross mark. That means the sentence is false or not true. Our school remains open on Sundays. You have to say that this does not happen on Sundays. How will you do that? Using the word not. Our school does not remain open on Sundays. You have to use the word does. You cannot directly say our school not remain open on Sundays. That will be a completely wrong sentence. So this word is very important, does. Next one, our summer vacation started in December last year. Why is this also untrue? Because we are talking about summer vacation. And if you talk about December, it means winter season. And over here, they are mentioning about summer vacation. So in the answer, it will be our summer vacation did not start in December last year. You must have noticed one thing, that the verb also changes. Look at the first one. Remains. There is an S over here. But when we use the word not, the letter S also comes out from here. You have to pay attention to this. This is very important. In the same way over here, STARTED, started. But when we use the word not, it became start. Very simple thing to understand. Whenever the sentence is negative, that means you are using no, not. The verb will be in the simple present tense. You will not use S, you will not use ED and all those things. Just simple present tense. Next one. The moon is larger than the earth. All of us know that the earth is larger than the moon. So it is untrue. How will you correct it? The moon is not larger than the earth. Over here, we do not have to make much changes because this is a very simple sentence. And this is already in the simple present tense. Is. Next one, India is a country. Very easy, this is a true sentence, so we have put a tick mark. We will go for a holiday on Mars. Mars is a different planet. It is not an easy thing to go for a holiday, that too on another planet. So this is untrue. How are we going to correct this? We will not go for a holiday on Mars. This is also a very simple answer. Why? Because in the question, we are having future tense. Students, please note whenever we have future tense, as you can see over here, will, go. Over here also the verb will be in the simple present tense. In Hindi, this translates into जाएंगे. We will go. हम जाएंगे. So whenever you use future tense in English, the verb will always have a simple present form. So in the answer, we will also write we will not go. Already it is in the simple present tense for a holiday on Mars. Next one. We can live without water. Completely false statement, so we will correct it using not. We cannot. And this is one word in English where you do not have to use the word not separately. You can make it a single word. And very easy to understand, the opposite of can is cannot. We cannot live without water. Next one, plants are our best friends. Yes, it is a true statement, so we'll put a tick mark. Plants give us oxygen, also true. Traveling was very easy in old times. This is completely a wrong statement because in the olden days they did not have vehicles. So it was not easy. And just as I already gave you the answer, traveling was not easy. So it is very simple to make a negative sentence. Traveling was not very easy in old times. Next one. People traveled by airplanes in old times. Completely wrong sentence. We will correct it using the word not. People did not travel. Here we had the past tense. This changed into the simple present tense. So we'll move on to the textbook exercises. You can already see that I have highlighted some of the sentences. Why I did that, I'll tell you first. Whichever sentences I have highlighted, I will be reading those first. Why do you behave like that? When did you first notice the fire? Did he solve the problem? What should we do now? You must have noticed the way I spoke these sentences. It was not in a simple way. It was like going from down to top, right? I'll repeat it once again. Why do you behave like that? When did you first notice the fire? Did he solve the problem? What should we do now? And from these sentences, you must have noticed that at the end of the sentence, we have a question mark. And wherever there is a question mark, you should know that that is an interrogative sentence. Meaning of interrogative is to ask a question. So now we will leave out these sentences. You already understood what is an interrogative sentence. We'll move on to the next type of sentences, that is declarative. I told you earlier that meaning of declarative means to declare something or to say something. I want to know why you behave like that. I'm sorry. This planet looks frightening. Ask Dorji to solve the problem. And hand me your suit. There are more suits in the store. I would send these creatures a gift if I were you. You must have noticed some more changes when I spoke these sentences. Because you must have noticed that in all these sentences, at the end we have a full stop. We do not have a question mark. When we have a question mark, the sentence goes from down to top. Our voice goes from down to top. Just notice the difference when I say this sentence and when I say this sentence. I'm sorry. Why do you behave like that? So you must have understood how the voice changes with the type of sentence. Now moving on to declarative sentences. We have a full stop over here. So you will speak these sentences in a very low and very simple voice. Your voice won't go from low to high. I want to know why you behave like that. I'm sorry. Now whenever you are sorry, you never get angry or you never ask, am I sorry? But when you're sorry, you feel a little sad. So you will speak this sentence in a very simple way. This planet looks frightening. Ask Dorji to solve the problem. Very simple sentence. And hand me your suit. Very simple sentence. There are more suits in the store. Simple sentence. I would send those creatures a gift if I were you. Also a very simple sentence. And why did these sentences sound so simple? Because we have a full stop at the end. And all these sentences will be known as declarative sentences. The answers are given over here. We'll move on to the next type of sentence. And I'll be reading these sentences. Please notice how I read them. I feel uneasy. Watch out. Your spacesuit is on fire. It's hard to believe that this suit is made of titanium. We are on the wrong planet. Okay, send them a nice gift. Whenever we have an exclamation mark, that is this thing, the sentence will be known as an exclamatory sentence. And what is a change in this sentence? Your voice goes from low to high. And why does that happen? Because it is a very strong emotion or strong feeling. We use exclamatory sentences especially when we are shocked, when we are very happy, when we are very excited. For example, if suddenly a teacher says that tomorrow you will be having a holiday. Or just imagine a teacher says that you will be having a holiday for 10 days. You will exclaim and you will say yay or you will say hooray. And whenever you use these words, you always put an exclamation mark, which means that you are using a strong feeling or strong emotion in a sentence. Now, if we speak about the Hindi language, most of you say, Arey, Hey Bhagwan, Ye Kya Ho Gaya. All these sentences are also known as exclamatory sentences. So I won't read all these again. I hope you understood the difference between declarative, exclamatory and interrogative. Very easy. I'll give you a shortcut way to understand. Just see the last symbol. Is it an exclamation mark? Is it a full stop? Or is it a question mark? Read the sentences given below. Then write the type of sentence it is. A declarative, interrogative or exclamatory. And students, please note over here there is statement. And I have highlighted this word and these words just to tell you that over here we don't have the word statement. So I'd want to ask you, why did the word statement come over here? We will go back to these sentences over here. A declarative sentence makes a statement. And I had also told you earlier that if you state something or you declare something, it is one and the same thing. So it is up to you if you want to use the word declarative or statement. Both of them are correct. These exercises are also the same as we had done above. It is the same thing like this. So what I am going to do for this explanation is, I will be looking at only the interrogative and the exclamatory sentences. I will be leaving out all the declarative sentences because these are very simple sentences. And we use these sentences mostly while speaking. Now the first one, interrogative. Can I do it again? and we have a question mark, so it becomes an interrogative sentence. And the next one, interrogative. Why does it become so dark when there's a storm? It is a question which ends in a question mark, so interrogative. Again, next one, interrogative. Do you want to hide under the bed? It is a question. Why are you shredding the copy? Again, interrogative. And let me tell you, the meaning of shredding is tearing into small pieces. Interrogative over here. Now, teacher, can you blame me for what happened to my homework? It is a question, so this will be known as an interrogative sentence. Now we'll move on to the exclamatory sentences. Don't do that. Stop shredding it. You must have heard how I spoke this sentence. I did not say it in a simple way. I did not say, don't do that. I said, don't do that. Stop shredding it. Because maybe I am angry, or maybe I'm trying to tell the dog that don't do that. Please stop doing it. It also means that I want the dog to immediately stop doing that. That's why I exclaimed. And whenever we exclaim, we will use an exclamation mark. So students, you can go through all the sentences once again. And I told you earlier that declarative sentences I will be skipping because these are very simple sentences and easy to understand. So that's it for this video. Thank you, students.